Well, ladies and gentlemen, mic check, 1, 2, 3. Hope everyone's doing well today. Plotto, I'm back for another episode of the ZEROED podcast. Plotto, how are you doing, brother?
What is going on, everybody? Yeah, doing all right. Just came back from lunch. And
Oh.
yeah, we're back at it with the podcast. And we have some special guests. They are
Hey!
your new leaders. You're in your new KD.
Whoa.
I don't know about special. I think Mad
Whoa.
Mania rode the short bus, but not me.
Oh, I don't know about. Okay, Lambeau, I can take. Mad?
Special in a different way.
Exactly.
Hey man, you migrated to 1029, so now Mad's one of your leaders. That's kind of like the
I don't know. I feel like Mad. I feel like his communication was great. His level setting expectations was for me coming in, but then he sends me this cup of some dude with a big old schlong, and that kind of just changed everything. So I don't know if it's official, but Lambeau is my leader. He's the face of what I represent. Mad, it's like iffy, Plotto. So I think we're just being careful there, bro. You got to be very careful.
The real iffy part about that, Red, is if you ask Mad Mania for a picture of his desk setup, you will see the hand lotion and the Kleenex on that desk. Just saying.
Facts.
hand motion. Wait, what do you mean hand motion?
Lotion.
Lotion. I'm like,
I mean, you might see the motion occasionally. It depends.
Oh my god. Well, that's the way to start it, man. But we'll come back to that because I just realized what Lambeau just said. First off, why are you doing it in front of your desktop? You should be on the couch or in bed. But hey, what's another topic for later? Chat, welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod.
That's crazy that came up that he does that and plays Rise of Kingdoms.
Hey, dude. Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. People have their own ways of handling business. But I do want to introduce you guys.
He doesn't use the keyboard shortcuts.
Chat,
Leave me alone.
Chat, welcome Mad Mania and Lambeau from 1029, the Swarm Nation. Thank you both for being here. Thank you for allowing me into the Kingdom 1029. How are you both doing?
Outstanding.
Not bad.
I mean, you just got off work too, fucking Mad, and then Lambeau is about to take a nap right after this, so I think we're in a good start of the day. For those who don't know, Lambeau is also a fellow content creator in 1029. I pinged his YouTube channel in the chat, so make sure to follow him, subscribe to him, show him some love. Been a great supporter of me, Plotto, for a very long time, and I'm really looking forward to fight with him here in 1029. But I want to get into some introductions from you both. First, Lambeau, how long have you been playing the game for? You're an OG, just like me, also a former champion of 1029 1052 Osiris League. So you have a long history there, man. Kind of give a brief introduction of yourself.
Yeah, 2,332 days I've been playing. I started out in Kingdom 1207. I was fortunate enough to be picked to win or to play on the Season 3 team with OV and win a championship there. So, I've been fortunate enough to have some great opportunities and great people and kingdoms to play in. But so far, playing in 1029 has been the best experience thus far. We don't win everything, but it's a close, tight-knit group of people that I really enjoy hanging out with and fighting with.
Well said. Mad, I mean, we don't really care, but how about you?
I can't swear yet. It's not been 5 minutes.
Yeah, give it a few minutes.
Could we say that Redline just migrated and he already got the memo to just
listen? If you saw the way he was
on
asked
Mad
my
Mania.
DMs, you wouldn't even be questioning this.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of self-warranted though with what you've been sending in his DMs. So I feel like
Fair. That's fair. It's a love-hate relationship.
I hate you.
So, Matt, tell us about yourself. What do you do for the kingdom, brother? Like, what's your little bit of history? I met you maybe officially like a year ago, I think, right? But yeah. Let them know what's going on.
I started in 2021. I was kind of in a lot of kingdoms, and then I settled down in 25 with some mutual friends like Ballsy and Evie. Well, Ballsy was kind of there. And then I got here after some bad things happened, and since then it's been good. Now I just do everything the kingdom needs. I'm basically the kingdom slot.
All right, there you go. It's demonetized. Sorry, brother.
Hey,
The Democratic Party had Joe Biden. We got Mad Mania.
oh my god, I love it. hey,
Fuck's sake.
hey, Matt, could you tell us like what, just high level, like what bad things happened, like before you came here?
A lot of people were quitting where I used to be, and someone nuked all of our alliance credits and all of the old school stuff.
Oh, it wasn't something that you did, like you got into
Oh.
the wrong DM, or you said something inappropriate to a catfish maybe, and it got leaked. Nothing like that.
No.
It was just more of the
Do
game.
do I look like Kanye West, bro? What is this?
I mean, no, but I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure, and thank you everybody for the love. Carlos in there, Lambo, thank you for the love too, brother. Khaled, thank you guys so much for the support. We appreciate it. Well, and just make sure, Matt, you are in charge of all migrations in 1029.
Yeah, me and Stinkfist.
You and Stinkfist, and then
Give him his
Lambo.
credit.
Lambo is just I'm assuming the war lead in the face of the kingdom.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, you know how the Illuminati runs the government from their wherever they're at, right? I'm like the Illuminati.
That's you.
No, no. I mean, Captain Mad and I generally rotate R5 during the off season. They give it to me whenever they need kingdom buffs popped,
Of course.
and then Snow Goose is in there too. He is the night shift R5 a lot of times during war. You know, we rotate war lead depending on who's getting burnt out that day or who needs sleep that day. You know, so the burden never falls on one person. We got a excellent group of probably at least 12 to 15 people that could step up and be R4 at any point in time, and we wouldn't miss a beat.
So Captain Stinkfist said in chat. So basically, he's always R5. We're poor.
Yes. Yes.
So who makes the final decisions? Let's say Mad, Stinkfist, Snow Goose. You know, they all come to a dilemma of like, hey, what to do in whatever situation. Do you make that final decision, Lambo?
It depends, right? If it's a final decision on how territory's going, that's Captain all the way. If it's a final decision on a migrant, you know, the three of us generally talk about it. But you know, if one of us says absolutely positively not, we do not want that person in the kingdom. If the three of us don't come to a consensus, that person can't come. You know,
What?
so in
What about?
I mean, yeah, if I stomp my feet and bitch and moan loud enough, they generally listen to me. But that doesn't go without saying that they will both at times tell me to sit down, shut up, and F off. And we're doing it their way. So it's a team effort.
What about Diplo decisions? Who makes the final decision on that?
Me and Lambo.
Ah, good to know. Now I know who to bug and ask the question. Hey, what's going on?
Oh
So-
God.
So going to the topic here, for me, this is like Plotto. So Plotto. You've been in non-Imperial kingdoms before for a while before 2268 became one, right? And then
yeah,
you came
we were
here.
like a mid-high A seed, and then I played one KVK where we were like dead, and then we went to 960.
So like now you're in that Imperium level fighting. Lambo's been in Imperium before, then with the 1029. Mad, you've never been in Imperium before, right?
I'm a noob, bro. Don't judge me.
Oh no, it's okay. For me, I've been in Imperium for like 7 years. So this is my first time in a lower seed. So our current seed right now in 1029 is an A seed, right? Like a mid low, or is it a mid high? Like I don't know the like exactly what we are.
We're a low seed A kingdom, probably in the bottom 10%.
Okay, so
wow.
the difference between the two. So obviously, from the obvious, right? Imperium kingdoms usually have long periods of fighting. I would assume there's difference in expectations, right? So like the current seed we're in today, I understand that this is where we want to stay and this is where we want to be, right? Because you guys all have experience in those different lives. What's the main reasoning why we're in this current seed, and how do we, I guess, maintain it that way?
You want to take that, Matt, or should I?
I can start. I mean, originally we were C seed for a long time. And then matchmaking tanked and seeding tanked, and we got pushed to high B in 1 KVK. So from there, we dropped a lot of fat farms, and a lot of us just rocked the 1CH25, to be honest. As for fighting aspects, my favorite part of this kingdom is the fact that it's not like Imperium. I don't have to take 2 weeks off work to play a zone. I don't have to social distance from my family like I got COVID. It's 1 to 2 days of fighting, maybe 3 if it's a past 7. But the fact of the matter is, it's intense fighting the whole time. And as soon as it's done, I can go back to my normal life. I don't need to call my boss and say, screw you, 960 needs me.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
that's fair.
our fights when pass is open, they're fewer players, of course, because it's a lower seed, but they're just as intense as fighting in an Imperium Kingdom. You're still going balls to the wall, swarming what you need to swarm, doing what you need to get done to accomplish objectives. The biggest difference is obviously the number of marches on the field, the quality of marches on the field. Now, we've got 10 or 12 players at max tech every single KVK. Many of the kingdoms we go up against, they might only have 4 to 5 players. I'll be real there. And a lot of the kingdoms we go up against, we got a lot of free to play players and low spenders in our kingdom as well, as do kingdoms that we go up against. Generally, they outnumber us 2 marches to 1, but
Oh,
our
beautiful.
relentlessness and our persistence generally pays off.
Oh, beautiful.
And
I-
those 1 to 2 days of solid fighting, then you can go back to your regular life until the next pass opens. You don't have to hire a pilot. You don't have to pay a pilot. You don't have to have a pilot come on your account to keep your account in the game 24 hours a day for 8, 10, 12, 16, 20 days straight.
Mm,
And
mm.
just the players here, right? I don't play this game because I enjoy the game so much anymore as I enjoy the players in 1029 and hanging out with these guys on voice. And yeah, we'll get pissed off at each other. We'll swear at each other from time to time. But we're a family. And, I've accomplished everything I ever set out to accomplish in this game, from winning Osiris League, winning a grand finals, winning KVKs in Imperium, winning KVKs as a D seed, C seed, B seed, A seed, right? I could walk away from this game tomorrow, but I'm not doing that because of the relationships that I formed with the players here.
That was very well said. That was very well said.
That's pretty crazy is from Lambeau as well, because I mean, Lambeau, we've had conversations before about the past in 1029 about it. This 1029 hasn't been exactly the same since you've been here. There's been a lot of transformation. There's a lot of players that you've played with that retired. There's a lot of players that came in.
It's changed quite a bit. We
Yeah.
had MF, we had Cat, we had the entire TSN crew that came over to a small kingdom to play in a small kingdom from 1369. A lot of those players retired. We had one particularly very bad KVK, and not from a performance standpoint, but from a internal camp diplomacy standpoint. There was a Korean kingdom in our camp and a Turkish kingdom in our camp. And if the Turkish kingdom said the sky is blue, the Korean kingdom would say, no, the sky is purple. If the Korean kingdom said the grass is green, the Turkish kingdom would say, no, the grass is yellow, right? Even if it was a logical decision to make, they would butt heads with each other, and we would always have to step in and intervene.
Yeah.
And that KVK probably drove, what was it, Mad? 5 of the R4s in the game in 1029 to walk away from the game or transfer their accounts to another individual. And at that point, I had to I mean, this game was a second job for me for a good 3 to 6 months to recruit players to come in. And thank God, we got a great group of players when Captain Stinkfist brought his players over. Mad Mania stepped up, others stepped up. And the entire time it's been interview every applicant that wants to come here to make sure that they have the right mindset. You bring in one bad person, one bad apple, and it can ruin the entire vibe of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So we do voice interviews for every migration. We try to only bring in 5, 6, 7 players at a time every off season, make sure they're the right players that we can assimilate them. Star Trek, right? Assimilate them into the collective, and make sure everyone's having fun before we turn around and do it again. It's been slow and steady wins the race, not let's bring in 40, 50, 60, 80 players just by looking at their numbers and not know what kind of people they are.
No, that's really well said. You probably have to deal with a lot too, man. Many like do the initial screening of migrants, because I know you guys are selective. I know of some really big players that you guys have rejected in the past. I obviously won't say the names, but you guys are very selective in terms of who comes in, because one, it obviously impacts matchmaking, and then two,
Yeah.
that can just ruin a bunch of shit if this person wasn't, I guess, a good fit.
Yeah, there's no place for egos here, right? If you're not a team player, if you're not an objective-based fighter, if you're constantly off in the corner chasing kill points, you're not going to last long.
Yes. I mean, from my standpoint, obviously Apo announced he was coming here first.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was like, "Oh, maybe I'll get in on it early." Then Forza announced it 2 weeks later he was coming as well. Then I woke up 2 days later and my inbox was 150 messages on Discord, different people. So all I'll say is a lot of people think we're looking for people with these crazy stats and these crazy numbers. That's not what it is. If we wanted to, we could have 130 mains in the main alliance right now. But it's about character and it's about personality as well. A lot of our players we take in aren't big crazy whales because we don't want to verse these crazy kingdoms, and it's not just about stats. A lot of our players are smaller players, devoted players, people that we know will do what we need them to do. I mean, from my standpoint, me and Stinkfus take in 4 to 6 migrants per off season. It will never be more than that. And the end goal is low A. There is no ambition to go further.
I like that. And
No,
by,
we-
suck,
we-
Josh.
wait, before
we
we go,
have no-
before we go in, Josh says, "Tell Matt he's dead weight." I'm so sorry I had to say it. Thank you for the 2-year-old.
You
Josh.
suck.
There
You
we go.
suck.
There you go.
Yeah,
We-
Josh,
we-
just saying,
we have-
you didn't have to pay the £2 for
Yeah,
that.
you could
would've
just
done
said it.
that.
I would have said it, but thanks, Josh.
We have no dreams of ever facing 1960, 2377, 1093 in a KVK. There's no way that 70 main accounts could stack up with those kingdoms. In the same respect, we're not going to bring in a player whose account is piloted 24/7 just because they have good stats, right? And we told all the players here last KVK, I'll be honest, as soon as they heard Redline is coming here, I had to send out an email, and it basically said, okay, we're not recruiting high power, high kill point players to be able to kick free to play players out of the kingdom. No, you guys have been loyal. You have been here for 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 KVKs. We need you as badly as we need a Redline or a Forza or a Lambeau. Those are the bulk of our players, and our objective is not to recruit a ton of high spending players, just to get rid of players who have been loyal to the kingdom. Loyalty means everything.
Yeah, and one of the things that I did was when I talked to Lambeau and Mad was before I came here was obviously able to understand the kingdom, but again, I played Imperiums for like close to 7 years, so I'm used to the 2 weeks of nonstop fighting, the taking the days off for like 4 days, playing until like 4 a.m. and then wake up at 7 a.m. to kind of go at it again. And I really wanted a change of pace. And one, I know these guys very well, and I know they lead a really great kingdom, and they also fight when it comes down to it. And I'll still have that rush of fighting. But the long fights, the high expectations, I just wasn't. It wasn't something I was looking forward to, because like Matt said, I've done everything. I've recently won OL. I fought 77. I fought 93. I fought 365. I fought 846 before. So every kingdom I believe that is top of their game, I fought one way or the other, and it's kind of to that point where if I still want to stay as involved in the game as I have been for so many years, I want to try something different, which is why I thought 1029 was a really good fit. And me and Lambeau have talked about this for years. I mean, the guy has something on his stream that every time I jump in there, he has like an auto function to tell me to get over there. So it's like, something in the air for years already. And we've talked for a few years now. It's like, hey, we'll hopefully consider if you guys have an opening. If it works out, I'll definitely entertain it. And thankfully, it's worked out. So I'm really glad to be here, and really well said from you both in terms of what you guys are looking for, etc.
I mean, there are nights, me, I go to bed at 7, 8, 9 o'clock because I'm up at 3 a.m. for work. But there are nights where, during KVK where I'll go to bed at 11 o'clock. I'll get 3 hours sleep. I'll jump back online and I'll say, okay, Snow Goose, go get a 3 hour nap in. And 3 hours later, he'll come back online and, we just try and make sure that we always have an R5 online, somebody with that R5 title online in case something happens. And every one of these R4s has my personal phone number and I have theirs. So if shit really hits the fan in the middle of the night, they know all they got to do is make one phone call to me and I will be there.
Oh, that's love. Oh my God, I have a surprise too. Go at it. I have a surprise. I'll be right back.
No, I know what you're getting. No, don't do this.
Oh, he's getting his t-shirt, huh?
Close the stream. Close the stream. No,
Am I the
oh
only one
my
that's
God.
lost? Like, what is he getting?
Oh no.
Yeah, this is a 1029 thing. I don't get it.
Bro's gonna pull out his Mad Mania sock shirt.
He's got a Mad Mania Sucks shirt from my merch shop.
Please. Oh no.
You got a Mad Mania Sucks shirt in your merch shop? That's crazy.
Put the shirt away, Red.
It's my best-selling t-shirt, and the sad part is I'm selling it at cost. I make maybe 2 cents on each one.
Wait,
There it is,
show
boys.
that.
There it is.
Mad Mania Sucks.
There it is, boys.
What's in the bottom? Oh, that's
It says www.lambeaurock.com.
Go, boys. Best t-shirt around, limited edition. There we go. Just want to make sure you guys have full visibility what this is. This is about Lambeau's workshop. Make sure to check out Lambeau's thing.
How do I leave this Discord call? How do I leave?
There you go, boys. Dude, here.
The next fashion icon
actually,
thing right there.
to be honest, guys, this is actually very nice quality shirt. It fits really well, true to size, and the print's very, very, very well made. So Lambeau, thank you for the quality shirt.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. By the way, if you want ads on the podcast, pay your red line and we'll do the exact same thing. I guess
they are being sold at cost. I make no money on those. We just want to get Mad Mania Sucks out there.
We're not making this a thing. Apple has one, Redline has one, Forza has one. Go away, Usock.
Dude, you know what? I might be like do a giveaway on the channel one day to say, hey, for the first X amount of people, you get shirts. Hey, honestly, it's a great shirt. I do wear it from time to time. Not much like in real formal gatherings, because they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, me and my son go to the store, I'll put it on, so it happens.
If they ever do a Rise of Kingdoms gathering in Great Britain, I will send Lilith 20 of those shirts to give away at the gathering.
Oh my God. All right. So going to the next topic, guys. So I know we briefly talked about this. Now and obviously I mentioned earlier the obvious, the difference between Imperium and then these seeds. What I know, Matt talked about is it 2-3 days worth of fighting for the entire KVK? Because I want the community to know who's been in Imperium only, like the difference. I know the fights are still going to be as intense, not as long, but then when it comes down to like expectations, requirements, like if how much I'm trying to say this right. It's hard to say it, compare it, because I've never fought in these KVKs before. So it's like right now in the Imperium state, it's very hard to get matches, right? Like, I think GT is having struggles finding matchmaking. 93 could also be having struggles finding matchmaking. Like in these low A seeds, chances of no match found are minimal. Is that right?
Correct.
I mean, what I would say is, with the Imperium struggling to find matches, of course it's going to happen when they're all dodging each other every single match. But as for the low seeds, the fun part of low seeds is you're not going to verse the same people over and over again like Imperium. I mean, 960, who can they really play apart from 1093, 2377, and the occasional JST? Like, where's the fun? Here in A seed, B seed, you get matched with different people every KVK. It's fresh. You don't know anyone in the KVK. You get to know people. You get to know kingdoms. It's a lot better. Whereas in 960, you're fighting with the same kingdom 3-4 KVKs in a row. You get bored. It's like playing the same game over and over again. There's no need for it.
So for me, yes. I'm sorry, Lemma. Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
mean, just like any other kingdom, you get your good matchups and you get your bad matchups.
Of course.
right? It all depends on the kingdoms that you face. Sometimes fighting when past past 4 opens. Sometimes it lasts 2-3 days. Sometimes it lasts 12 hours. It just depends on the kingdoms you're going against. And really, we have no quote unquote requirements for players. You have to hit this number of kill points, this number of deads, yada yada yada. There are no specific requirements. We just want everyone who can be there to be there whenever a pass opens. And if you can't be there when a pass opens, that's totally fine. Just let us know in advance so that we can plan for it.
Yeah. Yeah, because and I love what you guys said also about like the matchmaking piece of it. So Plano, obviously you're still in GT, right? So like we think we've had a few no match founds even before I left.
Bro, I
So
think we're
like
like 3.
so like
It's
three,
crazy.
right? Because and
I
I
have no idea what's going on, to be honest. Well, this is what I'll say about matchmaking for low ACs, because what we've been there as well
yeah.
as 2268 is think about it like this. It's like a spectrum, right? Where if you're in the very top of the spectrum, which is a high top Imperium, it's very hard to find a match for those type of KDs because you could only kind of fight those like the people around you, people around that area. For like the low A, you could either be in a map by like in your own camp and fight like a couple BC kingdoms. It could be grouped up in with a bunch of low AC kingdoms and fight an Imperium kingdom. There's just like a lot more flexibility when it comes to that bracket in terms of what type of KVK you could play versus an Imperium. Like you're not gonna find an Imperium with B seed KDs and that be a good KVK, which is why it's so hard for the
It,
GTs
and
and
I think
1093s
I've
to
done
find
it
a
a
match.
couple times in my past where we got matched up in that situation. I think once in GT where we fought like 30-60 or something like that. And then Khaled said when I was in 401, but it was a bunch of like BCs, but I think we lost because it was everybody 1v3. So those are very rare. So like my thought is though, the game is so different now. Imperial Kingdoms are like Matt said, they're gonna fight the same people and over if they choose to match up, right? Um, but it's just different now. And then will people, I guess, retire because of that, migrate out because of that to keep entertaining the game? I don't know. Again, GT has great leadership to make make things happen. They've done it before. They'll continue to do so. But like the current state of the game, I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a difference in Imperium kingdoms too, right? You've got your top tier Imperium kingdoms, your 1960s, your 2377s, your 1093s, right? I would put 1365 up in that frame range. There's a handful of other kingdoms that would be what I would consider in the top 5, top 6 Imperium kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got your other kingdoms that are Imperium based on power only, but they don't fight. They don't act like what I would consider to be an S tier Imperium kingdom, right? So, it's getting harder and harder for those top tier Imperium kingdoms to find those matches because they're not all registering at the same time.
Yeah.
And that then becomes problematic for other kingdoms because, and I know we'll get into it later, like this 2377 KVK,
Mm-hmm.
you've got six other kingdoms that are in there that all don't feel like they've been matched well against 2377, so they want to do a 3 versus 1. So, it's almost forcing those top Imperium kingdoms to fight each other all the time. And that's bad for the game. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
In the same respect,
I agree.
when Lilith is pumping out a brand new kingdom every 1.5 days, very few of those kingdoms actually survive.
Yep.
And those kingdoms becoming low DC, very low CC kingdoms, that makes everybody else who is, for lack of a better term, not worthy, moving up to the B seeds, moving up to the A seeds, and starting to water down those seeds as well with deadweight non-fighting players. So Lilith really needs to take a look at what they're doing during this matchmaking, and they need to make it transparent too to the players in the game. You've got kingdoms that manipulate their matchmaking specifically to face lower seed kingdoms and get good matchups. They'll go inactive in the off season because they know activity factors in there. They'll remove all of their armaments, all their formations, all their equipment to get lower power. They'll fill hospitals, things like that. That just, in my opinion, we don't do that. In my opinion, it's unethical. You should go into matchmaking at your best to get a proper matchup against your kingdom to ensure that there is as fair a matchup as possible that the system can allow. Just my opinion.
Very well said. So going into that
Um,
2377 piece of it, right? So I have the matchup here. So right now it's a 1v3. So 2377, 3473 against everybody. Obviously 3308 and 1903 are, again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. The silver Imperium and there's like gold Imperium, right? Obviously, I'm so outdated on this shit. What the hell is the
Yep.
difference between the two? Like, is it silver Imperium is like borderline Imperium? I mean, like you're at the cusp? Like, what is that?
I think
Silver,
if you click on the
it's for
icon, it'll
migration, right?
tell you.
Oh, maybe I should fucking do that then.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh, that's good to know. Got it.
It's like for migration for tickets and stuff, I think.
So they're Imperium no matter what. It's just it's
Yeah.
like a different, I guess, things that can happen in that stat. Okay. So my question to you guys in this, right? So 2377, I feel like is on the same in terms of power and matchmaking. Same with GT. I feel like they're pretty much I think they have more power than GT currently. But they obviously got matched up with 1903 and 3308. So in this situation, they got a matchup, but it's a 1v3, right? And I don't know if people been watching this KVK. This shit is brutal. Now,
Yeah.
Hey, give us an update. Who's winning?
2377 is out of Kingsland. Tell me that's right. Am I right? Am I right there? Yeah, they're out of
Yeah.
Kingsland,
Yep.
but they're at the passes, right? And it looks like they're still fighting. They're not burning. They are burning currently right now, but I'm pretty sure they're trying to like hold off all.
Yes.
I guess the advance. And knowing 77, yeah, they have great players. I'm sure they're going to try to keep pushing or like just going hard as they can until the very end. But in this situation, like, look at those numbers. Have you guys seen the screen right now? Look,
Yeah.
it's a
I'm-
lot, right? And this is probably like just two
mean-
kingdoms right now versus 77, but everybody else is behind them.
And hats off to 77, right? 90% of the kingdoms in this game, once they get pushed out of Kingsland, they would have said, that's it, we're done, we're going back to the starting zone. And yet they sit here and they continue to fight against overwhelming odds.
I would have
Yeah,
loved to
that
be
could
fighting in this KVK, to be honest with you. I would have been like, oh, let's go. I know it's hard. I've been in these situations before. It's very difficult and it kills morale. But my question to you both in 1029, or of leaders of 1029, if we were in this current situation right now where we were one of the camps, not 2377 camp, but one of the other three, would we have been okay with doing the 1v3?
I mean,
So we were in this, sorry, Mad, we were in this exact same situation in our last KVK. 1316 was in Fire Camp. They had 3 other very solid kingdoms with them in Fire Camp. We were Wind Camp. Water and Earth Camp both said, hey, great, let's do a 3 versus 1. Water even had 2 kingdoms in their camp threaten to sit out the KVK if it was not a 3 versus 1 against 1316 in Fire Camp. But that would have left us, 1029 and Wind Camp, twiddling our thumbs until Kingsland. We wouldn't have even gotten fights until Kingsland. And if that's the case, how do you determine who gets the zig at the end if one camp is not even getting any fights? So we refused to do a 3 versus 1, and we said, screw it. It's a 2 versus 1 versus 1. You know, Wind Camp will fight anyone, anywhere, anytime, no matter who we border. If your flag touches ours, we're coming for you. Now that flipped halfway through KVK when we started getting accusations of teaming up with Fire Camp at Pass 7. You know, Fire Camp they're not stupid, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they saw we were struggling to hold off 2 camps, and their best bet to win Kingsland is if all 3 of us got in there, because we were going to fight anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So they were attacking Water Camp at the Pass 7. Water was trying to get through to us. They were attacking Earth Camp at the Pass 7 that Earth Camp was trying through to get to us. And that, of course, started accusations flying back and forth. So as a final middle finger to Earth Camp and Water Camp, you know, I said, screw it. Let's go ahead and let's formally ally with Fire Camp then. And we did.
Yep.
Fuck it. You were going to make it true anyway, if everyone assumes it anyway.
Yep.
I mean, hey, listen. We did the noble thing. We didn't take the 3v1. There was too many reasons not to do it. The fact we'd be sat in a corner like Lambeau said. The fact that, we're expected to just run over these guys in Kingsland and fight for maybe 5 hours. I get it's 13-16, but as you're watching with this KVK on the screen, at a certain point, numbers will determine anything. I
Mhm.
mean, but when we're getting asked to allied every day in the KVK, or when we're getting told that we're secretly allying these people and we're secretly doing these things, what's the point? If you're gonna accuse us, then you can suck it. We'll do it anyway.
Well, and during diplomacy, when I have kingdoms telling me that I am the worst king in the game, that my players should revolt against me, they should overthrow me, telling me that no, you're gonna do a 3 versus 1 whether you like it or not. Oh no, you don't dictate to me. You don't dictate to Mad Mania. You don't dictate to Captain Stinkfist what we do in the best interest of our players. Last KVK, we had a good 20 players that needed one more Autric fragment to get a full Autric inscription. We had at least 10 players that could compete for a top 10 Autric in kills and deads and in heals. We had 8 players finish in the top 10 and get that Autric, right? You know, so it's not to the advantage of us to sit in a corner and twiddle our thumbs. At one point,
100%.
Watercamp said, "Oh, the only fair KVK is if it's earth and water against fire in Kingsland. We'll give Windcamp some compensation rewards." Oh no, fuck no. I don't want anything given to me as a compensation reward. We're going to work our asses off to earn everything that we can earn and get what we can get. And we're going to do what's best for the players in our kingdom. I don't give a flying leap what Water Camp tells me, what Earth Camp tells me, or what Fire Camp tells me. We're looking out for the players in this kingdom, period. That's my first obligation.
I
By
love
the way,
that.
it's been 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. You can swear now. You don't give a flying fuck. Don't worry, Red. You're
Who
not
gives
getting
a shit?
demonetized
Who
now.
gives a
Don't worry,
shit?
mate. How long before I whip out the gender jokes? Get you fully demonetized.
Oh,
Wait till the
God.
very end so I can clip it out.
Okay, sorry.
We'll figure that out.
If I can just add on the last bit, I would just like to say these same people in Earth and Water Camp that was chatting all this shit about how we won't make it to Kingsland and how they're going to do everything they can to keep us out if we don't ally. We rammed through your zone and you didn't have anything left at the end. So I'd just like to purposely and single-handedly say, get completely fucked.
You can say the kingdoms if you want to.
3410, suck a dick, Vegito. Sorry, buddy. It's not Ultra Vegito. It's Ultra Vagina because you was a little bitch.
Well, there you have it, chat. No lube, all spit.
All I'm learning is we should have had these guys on earlier. I didn't even know this was going on, bro. What the heck?
To you know,
lube.
to Earth
No lube,
to
all
Earth
spit.
Camp's credit, they handed us our first Zone 5 loss in 3 years. Okay, to their credit. It was
We'll take
4
that.
kingdoms versus 1029. And it took them 32 hours to win that zone. You know, but it is what it is. It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish the race.
I completely agree. And then 3410, if you ever want to come on here, you're more than welcome to. I would love to have you guys.
Please do.
I just say you're more than welcome to. I don't know who you guys are. Unfortunately, I apologize. And I would love to get to know you guys more, and if you guys are open to it. But with that, Plotto, my question for you, brother, is obviously you've been in GT for a few KVKs now, been in 2268 for a long period of time. In terms of the fighting in general, this is me asking my boy, like, hey, what should I expect? Right? Because, you know, when we fight people like 7793, it's like brick wall versus brick wall, like a lot of the times, right? It's like the trades are crazy. I'm dumping 100. Wait, I don't know. How much resources did we drop last KVK? It was like almost 100. It was like 100 billion, right? It's like 100 billion resources or some shit like that. Like, what can I expect? I mean, these guys kind of told me, but like, what can I expect from a comparison?
I mean, with the fights being shorter, it's going to be still pretty intense fights, depending on the opponent, right?
Yeah, of course.
But with the fights being shorter, you're definitely not going to be spending that many resources or speed ups. Now, are you going to get as many speed ups and resources as you do in Imperium Kingdom? Oh, maybe same resources, but I don't know about the speed ups. But you are a spender, so you're not going to be that affected by it. Like a little pleb like me, that'd definitely be more affected.
So am I random teleporting going to Valhalla like crazy? Like what? Like
oh,
what?
you are random
Absolutely.
teleporting.
Absolutely.
Of course, with Lambeau's permission and leadership's permission, but you're gonna be like being a little pest. You could random teleport. You got that garrison. I will say your trades, especially a player like you, your trades are gonna be crazy. Um, as they said, there's not gonna be
Yes
as many
and
spenders.
yes and no. Yes and no. Go ahead.
Compared
Finish your
to
thought, and then I'll
fighting
follow up.
against 2377 and like even when I
What's
fought against
crazy? You know what I'm saying?
2489
What's
is that
crazy?
those trades were not good.
Yeah, they were crazy. I mean, those are tough. I mean, that's what I'm used to, right? Like, you know how people get like
So
unstoppable fights, unstoppable reports. I don't get those. I don't get those.
for Forza last KVK was getting very positive reports, being a tank anywhere from 200% on the low end to 800%, 1000% on the high end. You know, the thing is, the Krakens in this kingdom are expected to be those tanks. They're expected to lead, and you guys know how I fight, right? I
Yeah.
will run in with 5, 6, 7 marches. I will sad face every one of them. I will have AoE in every single one of those marches. And if I get crap reports, I get crap reports.
100%.
But that means the Mad Manias, the Claps, the Solaris, the Captain Stinkfists, everyone coming in behind me is getting better trades. And they're the ones sharing their reports in our alliance chat. Hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I'm looking at my reports going, I got
You guys.
89% here.
Fuck you guys.
That's just a cool
Well,
You know?
the one thing
I
though,
bet you Mad Mania is one of those ones where it's
Well,
like,
Hey, whoa, whoa,
Well,
whoa.
you're one of
what is
those
this?
ones. You got the
Th-
Luches out
this
there.
is what
Come on now.
this is what matters to me. I'm always willing to tank, right? As long as my guys behind me come in there for the fucking haymakers. That's all I need you guys to do. Come in with the haymakers.
I mean,
I'll dive balls deep into that hole.
hey, I mean,
Absolutely.
Reds, all I've got to say is it's always been my dream to be behind you, bro. So, you know, just,
Damn.
Hey,
just
hey,
keep going, bro.
I'll wear just a
Oh,
t-shirt just for you. You know, well, just a t-shirt, nothing
Oh,
else. You just come
jeez.
behind and go.
Don't worry, Redline. If he's behind you, you still ain't gonna feel nothing.
you bitch.
Oh my god. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So we'll obviously the matchup. So for those who don't know in chat, I'm gonna switch over here real quick. We are registered for KVK. We're in the matchmaking phase right now, guys. Is that right?
Yep,
We're
1365 got no match found, which means they're bumped out of stratagems. And we may be up there with the other
Yeah.
high kill point kingdoms. I think us and our allies are only at 19 billion power between the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And there are other kingdoms at 20, 30 billion power with less kill points than us. So we'll just have to see what Lilith decides to do here.
So we'll know in 6 hours who we're fighting against.
No. It's still matchmaking right now. It's switching anyone that got no match found into HA, like JST.
Oh my god. So when do we know?
I mean, I can give you some insight on this. I did the Diplo at the start for this. Obviously, because people are scared of fighting nowadays, a lot of people took these very low B seeds with 50 billion KP, 40 billion KP, with the hopes that they could dodge the big match with JST, who isn't even here anymore. I'm not gonna name names, but you could look and see. We got a few days. If Lilith does the job right, we're 7th in complete rankings. So we either get screwed and get put in the main match, or we're strongest on the second match.
Oh. So
That's how it goes.
So there's 2 options for us, and we'll know this. Someone said on Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So then the map will drop on Tuesday for us.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. And then is there any like high ACs that I would be familiar with or Plot will be familiar
Oh,
with?
a lot. 1316,
Okay.
1188, 1188.
Oh wow.
1568, which is where Jack went.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember now. My gosh. 1824, which is Gosu.
I'm familiar with all of those. Okay, got it.
So there's a good few
So
options.
there's gonna be some good fights. Those kingdoms fight, which I'm very excited for. If it happens, right? But then we'll see how the map, I guess, plays out. And then
That'd be a tough matchup if you guys are in the
Yeah.
KVK against those guys for sure.
Oh yeah.
it'll be a fucking blast, though. Oh my
It
god.
would be. Yeah. All I'm saying, Redline, is that so the thing about getting KP in 60 GT that's very tough is that if there's any good easy KP or any KP to get, it would have been gotten by, back in the day, the Prodigos, the Addies, the like the
Yeah, of
players that
course.
get crazy KP. In a lower seed, there's gonna be KP to get. You know what I mean? There's not gonna be a lack of opportunity because of your other players taking all the KP. It's gonna be like you're gonna be the one of the main ones tanking, but at the same time, that means that there's gonna be fights to have. So I'm
Uh,
looking forward to it, bro.
If you're there when a pass opens red line, you should hit your 30 million kills 12 to 14 hours in.
oh,
I think
Yep.
Forza's hit it in like
Again, at the
5.
end of the day, it's like, yeah, the KP is gonna be great, but I'm very objective based, so I run with the boys whenever we go to. But I'm really excited to see this out. And then honestly, I haven't fought with Lambo before, so I think it'll be a great time.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
just
I mean,
wait.
the thing that makes us different is, for our power, we fucking swarm everything. We don't give a fuck if it's an alliance fort in zone 5 or if it's a flag in Kingsland. We swarm everything. And the KVKs that we have gone into in the past where we said, okay, let's take it easy. Let's let the rally do the work. If we own the field, just let the rally do the work. Keep the rally full. It never works out. Once one person starts swarming, everybody starts swarming.
Oh my God.
And
So I'm fighting for a spot on the flag, basically.
that's how we have fun. Yeah, your marches be circling around. That's how we have fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, players like yourself, Forza, myself, John Paul Jones. We've got a good 10 to 12 people that will be random teleporting when pass is open, if you don't get imprisoned, and just wreaking havoc.
I love how what Stinkfist just said is we just need the rally just to tank.
Yeah.
Which is true.
Precisely.
Which is true.
We got things to do. I mean,
which is
a
true.
lot of the time we joke around about it. We're yet to do it yet. Maybe this KVK. We often say we could put a Dragon Lancer in a flag and just let it get rallied because we'd swarm it straight away. I mean,
my
in this
God.
kingdom, a lot of
after-
kingdoms advise their players not to swarm first zone. And if you're this power, don't swarm. If people aren't swarming here, they ain't lasting long. We tell people to swarm. Our whole purpose is to finish the zone as quick as we can and get them the fuck out.
Yeah.
We don't care what we got to do it. They're going.
I mean, it's just funny. After the first zone, right? I mean, Forza can literally put a naked Gorgo with no equipment and no armaments and a flag, and they won't go to fucking touch it, right? They'll be like, "Oh shit, Forza's in the flag. We're not touching this flag," right? So it's fun as hell.
My favorite part of last KVK was a whole alliance ball, seeing 3 of our SVIP players TP in, and they ran away, and we got the last burn on a flag because they were scared of 3 players with SVIP. Welcome to AC Dread.
It must have been 50 or 60 marches they had there. And I think it was Forza, Snowgoose, and I teleported in with the VIP 19 animation, and they turned right around and ran the hell
Oh my
away.
God.
A final burn on a flag.
Supreme wheel. You gotta spin that supreme wheel, bro, and get that rain of fire teleportation animation. As soon as they see that, you're god.
Oh, you boys know I'm gonna have that on. I'm definitely gonna have that on.
Take that off if you want them to stay and fight. Take that off.
Oh,
if you want
okay.
them
I'll take it off. Okay, I'll take it off. I'll take off everything. I'll put my city skin like the normal one, or like
Yeah, no buff.
no buff. Just do that.
I mean, you only have Twilight Falls anyway. You suck.
Exactly. Well, I've upgraded recently, but then the new Zenith is coming out. I'm really considering getting it because Nug can stop talking shit. That's all I want to do.
He's got a point though. It's 2025. You're still using Twilight Falls.
I know.
And you're in a 500 square foot house. Like you're losing on every front.
I need to do something. Brad, stop it.
And that's kind of why you came here too, is to get some Zeniths, right? I mean, Zenith of Power, I think the 12% attack skin top was 35 million, bottom was 23 million. Zenith of Power, the 15% archer skin, bottom was 17 million. And I'm just scrolling through some Zeniths here. The Zenith of Power for what is this one? The floating city.
Oh yeah, the
20% cavalry attack.
Yeah.
Bottom was 19 million. So Zenith is well within your grasp. If it's something you want to do, we will definitely support you in it.
Oh,
You know,
well,
the thing, and I know you got the speed ups to do it. The things we tell our players, right, is I don't want to see you pushing in Zenith and then not fighting in KVK because you don't have a Zenith
no,
skill,
yeah, of course,
or
yeah.
because you don't have the speed ups to do that.
No.
And I'm confident you're smarter than that.
Well,
I
with
was
me,
gonna talk about like Lambo. You better make Redline use up
Mm.
all like
Mm.
7,000 days of universal speed ups he has.
Oh, don't worry.
It's more
When
than
we-
that now.
Yeah, when we're fighting one side, he's on the other side fighting the full ball by himself. He's taking it raw. Don't worry.
Oh, dude, I'm going to raw, dude. I'm gonna have people like say, "But Brett, where were you at?" I'm over here in that. You see that little white dot in the middle going home? That's me. So like that's
Well,
that's gonna be
here's the
it.
thing, right? Look at Redline's Lost Kingdom stats once.
Hmm.
Okay, 232,798,948 most units killed in the KVK. Compare that to mine.
We're close, aren't we? We're pretty close.
Oh, very close.
I'm at 241,359.
Oh, we have almost the same healing too.
And that was as a C seed.
That
Okay,
was
most
We're literally identical except for the dead.
Most units lost. I'm 11 million. You're 5.9 million. You use farms to fill. I don't.
You don't?
Right? Units healed 197 million for me, and
You don't use farms, huh? Lambeau to fill.
193 million for you. So
He just
yeah,
kills
I
us in
mean,
the main account.
Dude, that's
yeah,
crazy. Well, I mean, again, that now it's different, right? Because that Imperiums, I just mad filled with like if you look at my farms here, I have like just in GT alone, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that was filling in GT. And so now,
Stinkfus is looking at that screen crying that you want to bring them. He's
I
literally crying. Look at him. Look at him. He's in the chat. Trust me, he's gonna cry.
oh my god, I know, but when I meant like those farms would be hard filling flags, basically.
Yeah.
And those are more for defense where my deads were from. For my farm, so like those incorporate into that as well. But for swarming, it's just harder in Imperiums. No, we swarm everything in Imperiums, just like it's probably the same here. It's like 150 people swarming at the same time. So it's all about getting a spot on the flag.
Generally, and I shouldn't say I don't use farms to fill. Generally, I reserve my farm filling for passes.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
If we have
the
a
same
pass
thing.
7 that we lose, I'll load that pass up with my farm so that I can use my 5, 6, 7 marches in the open field.
Exactly, yeah, and that's
I think that's important. Anytime a flag is getting rallied, we're swarming that rally down. So we're not sitting there hard filling a flag. Anytime we're rallying a flag, one, I'm not going to rally with archers if we don't own the field and have reinforcements there to begin with.
Yeah.
And generally we're swarming down that flag and we're not sitting there constantly filling that rally with farm troops.
Oh
right?
no,
So
God no. Yeah.
It's different than many kingdoms who will try and rally a flag for 4.5 hours to get a burn. No, you got to keep that thing burning.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, when there's 5 minutes left on a flag till the time that they can heal, we'll set a rally. We'll anchor the rally so the second they fucking heal it, we can let that rally fly.
Launch
and go
a swarm. Okay, solid. Yeah, I think the farms for me would be just the initial ones filling the rally,
Yep.
so then we can use those marches on our mains to swarm. If that makes sense.
To swarm and reinforce.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be fun, boys. This is gonna be a great time.
It sounds to me you guys kind of play like an Imperium, but just in a lower seed. Like that's kind of like what
I would have came here if I thought they
well.
played it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have came here because I still want that same mentality. It just not 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, well, if we have four touch points and 4 flags that are about ready to extinguish on the enemy side, yeah, we'll have 4 rallies set up. All rallies will be anchored, and we'll methodically do
and
one
our
at a
ball
time.
will move in a circle to burn all those fuckers.
Absolutely.
If you want proof of it, Apple streamed our first zone. It's 8 hours of us doing it.
We don't fuck around. No.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it, boys. All right.
I'm excited, bro.
Hey, let me know. We'll talk offline. Otto, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This Redline guy. Okay, can I say something? One last thing. This Redline guy is a guy that told me to migrate to 960.
Okay.
And then 2 KVKs later, he leaves.
Two things here. 2 things here. I was with you for 2 KVKs. That's one. And the third, would you have wanted to stay in 2268 or would you rather be in GT? Oh
I
wait,
don't,
no, go ahead.
like,
Oh wait, no.
you
Hello.
know, you know, I had other options, but I
I,
was like, yo, you're my boy, so
I know,
I'll
I
stay with
know, but
you.
as your boy, I told you ahead of time when I was making a decision. You could have, you could have been like, "Hey, can we talk offline? Can we have a moral conversation about this?" And maybe I could have changed my mind and stayed. You never know. Just throwing it out there. All right, all right,
It's
all
all
right.
good.
Going off
It's
Money,
that,
all
money,
good.
money, money talks and bullshit walks. How much did you offer him to stay? Because he got a case of diapers from me to
I
migrate.
did. I got diapers, a full premium load of diapers.
Oh
It,
shit, we can't beat
Good
that.
stuff right there.
We can't beat that.
all right, our last segment for the day, for the community in the chat. This is your opportunity to ask myself, Plotto, Lambo, or Matt any questions about the kingdom, about themselves, anything you guys like. I'm gonna open up for you guys for a few minutes to please ask away. And before you do, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Plotto's channel. Subscribe to Lambo's channel. It's pinned on the chat here. Show him some love. The man streams like what, every other day now, Lambo?
2 or 3 times a week. I'm a part-time streamer.
I mean, bro, I can't even call myself that anymore. I don't know. Plotto's been on holiday for like 3 months. So
Bro, I've been off season in YouTube and in Rise of Kingdoms.
Peyton asked the question, Lambo and Mad. What kingdoms do we hope we match with?
We'll fight anyone, Peyton, as long as it's a good fight.
Whoever gives us a
No.
good fight, they can play.
Yep. We don't want kingdoms that are going to come into Diplo and try and dictate teams. We don't want kingdoms that are going to try and force us into situations that we don't want to be in, right? And unfair matchups. But at the end of the day, everyone here wants to fight. We don't care if we get a good matchup or a bad matchup. We're going to go in. We're going to do the best that we can. We have 5 or 10 players that can consistently compete for top 10 in Autrix, and a good 40 to 50 players that will consistently get 30 million kills over KVK.
Mester says, when you coming over, Mad? Oh, you owe the 5 pints, you fucking dwarf. I added the fuck. I added the fucking in there. Sorry.
I'm like, this guy added a word or
You
two.
just called him a name that's not his, so that says it all. That's classified.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know
So
what that is.
classified. Get fucked. Solly's waiting for you. Go back.
I guess, Peyton, if there were kingdoms that I could choose to fight, I forget what kingdom is Leo in, the guy who always tries to
218.
poach their players. Say that again.
What kingdom is it?
2218.
2218.
2218.
Yeah.
Or 2247. Those are 2 kingdoms that I'd like to fight.
Or 3092. My guy bus driver.
Oh.
He needs to hold it. He needs to hold
Yeah,
it.
we could have some fun with them.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I know that would be kind of fun. There's a question: when looking for applicants in the KD, what are your biggest red flags when looking at an account?
So easy. So incredibly easy. I mean, we do voice interviews for everyone. First question that comes out their mouth: how many gold chests do you get a day? Or
That really a question?
favorite. Or my personal favorite: how quickly can I get first in NGE? At that point, I would just like to say you have a better chance of sucking my dick. So leave.
Oh my god, is that really a question that comes up a lot?
Of course, all the
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
I know this red line guy's jaded, bro. He's spoiled. You gotta get him back in migration, bro. You gotta get him to know these questions. You gotta get him back in the weeds.
I mean, if someone asked me that, I would automatically not talk to them anymore because
Yeah.
that's the wrong mentality. For me personally, when I helped migration for the short time in 1254, that was a question I wouldn't. even
Shout out
entertain it.
Solar, aka Shrek. She knows.
Oh, Solar. Okay, there you go. There you go. Thanks for the question. Gold chest a day. How many are you buying yourself a day? I don't buy any per day.
Yeah, turn it around on them.
Oh, on Mad? Oh, that's true. That's true. That's on Mad.
Right. So if they ask how many gold chests is your kingdom dropping a day, we turn it around on them. Well, how many are you dropping a day?
That's
Exactly.
fair. That's a really good counter. I like that.
I mean, we're in a unique situation, right? We don't post recruitment on Facebook. We don't post recruitment in any of the Discords. You know, we are in a very unique situation. We can be very choosy with the players that we bring in here. And the main thing is that They understand how the kingdom operates. They understand our mentality, how we fight. They buy into that, and that they bring a good vibe to the kingdom. That's most important to us. We don't care about stars on the banner. We just want to have fun. It's a game after all.
Brad says 1188, 568, 24, 73, 74, 1316 will be in the KVK. Although, so they all signed up.
Yes, I mean, I have a good relationship with a lot of people from 2774, and partially we have a few mutuals in 1188. So hey, if there's a chance where it makes sense and it's fair and we're on the big map, let's run it.
100%. Me and Brad just work here. Brad's a good friend of mine from 1188. So either we fight with him if we're in the same map or against him. He knows we'll bring it though in any shape or form. Oh, great question. Solar says, with all these requirements, how did Mad Mania qualify?
I sucked a lot of dick. This is the simple answer.
Fair.
So Mad Mania was able to migrate to 1029 back when Kat was doing the interviews.
Oh, Kat.
And I think he kind of sweet talked her.
That's how I ended up in a dungeon for 2 years.
I don't know if there were pictures involved. If there were pictures involved, a telephoto lens would have had to have been used to make things appear bigger than they actually are in real life.
I'm just happy she had the 100x zoom.
Oh,
no, I mean, everyone gives Mad Mania shit about his kill points, right? But at the end of the day, Matt is here. He is doing the recruiting. He is war leading. He is on the night shift.
Yeah.
Coordinating between allies, between us. And kill points does not make a player. There are more things to a player, specifically people who help manage a kingdom, than just the kill points that they're putting up, right? And Mad Mania is one. Captain Stinkfist is one. Snow Goose is one. They are the special players that make 1029 into the kingdom that we are.
Well said, man. Well said. Because I agree. Like, those are the jobs that none of us want to do. Not at all whatsoever.
Yep.
Hey, so Peyton says, thank you for the love. I appreciate Peyton. And she hopes that 1029 and 1824 are in the same match. Good luck. Is that a team that we would want to fight against or ally with?
I don't know.
I know of them. They beat us in Arc once. Ghost who asked to come here about 17 times. Maybe he can get his revenge.
24.
1824 and 2490 are registered for Stratagem, so that's a possibility.
Could be some fun, Peyton. You playing Arc Red or you not? Nah, bro. After OL, I'm taking a break from OL from Cyrus League.
Yeah, I mean, he sent me some interesting pictures in DM to play for him. So
this could be fun, Peyton.
Yeah, Peyton, you and the other kingdom that you have are at 32 billion power, 846 billion kill points. We are at 19 billion power, 881 billion kill points. So, based on power, we shouldn't be in the same map. If they base it on kill points, they may very well put us in the same map.
Solar's question is a very good question. What is one tip you would give to KDs looking to be like 1029? Value players and personality over stats.
Yep.
Stats mean nothing if it's not the right person behind the account.
Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush to grow either. Grow. There's something to be said about growing slowly over time, bringing in the right players, getting to know those players, getting to know the person behind the account versus just bringing in a shit ton of players just because they might have good kill points and good deads. Accounts are being bought and sold every day now. Stats do not tell the whole picture of a player.
And there are certain websites you can use to find out if an account changed hands. So just be smart. Use what's available.
Someone asked how to Red to get all those resources. I said Lambeau gave it to me as part of my migrant contract.
Hey, don't forget Nugget. Come on, his 500 square foot farm sorted you out.
Nugget helped me out too. Nugget helped me out, and then Lambeau helped me out. My 500 square foot house. My fucking asshole.
I have not opened bags since I came to 1029 what was it, 3 years ago? So yeah, when we get quality players that come in, we have people that are more than willing to assist them.
Yeah.
What's the KP and power of PK? I think we're currently at
Power 8.2 billion.
8.2.
KP 618 billion.
That's crazy. Wait, what the heck?
Yeah,
Your power to KP ratio in that alliance is absolutely bonkers.
yeah, because
I mean, look at the quality. Scroll
yeah.
down that individual player list. That's the quality right there.
Wait, can you scroll down to I don't even know how much you guys are talking about the KP of Mad Mania. I actually don't even know how much.
Nah, let's not scroll down. It don't go down that far, bro.
You got, yeah. I don't know if the list goes that far.
I'm not that far down there. Come on.
That's all right. It's all right.
You're at least with the main accounts, right? You're like there.
Someone says 1029 team have 891 bill KP and 849 KP. That's what you're showing, Brad? Really? Is it way off?
Zal, as I said, a lot of our recruitment is about people and not the account. A lot of it's about personality. Obviously, to some extent, we look for what we need. If we're needing infantry rallies, we're looking for infantry rallies. If we need field players, we look for field players. But at the same time, someone could have the best stuff on the game. I'm not going to take them if they're an asshole.
That's what Mad Mania
Yeah.
said before he took my shirt off.
Exactly.
I mean, the mentality in this kingdom, right, was set by MF and the TSN crew way back when. And MF used to always, MF 700 million power, right? Spends like a monster, probably the best player that I've ever fought side by side with. And every single MG that came up, he would be like, "No, guys, I don't want first place. I'm only as strong as the players that surround me." And that's kind of the mentality that we have here, right? I don't ever demand first place. Forza's not demanding first place in MGEs. Everybody applies for it. And we give information on what we have for gear and armaments, and we understand that 1, 2, 3 players can't win a KVK. It's a total team effort. So we try and make sure that we have enough of those players to garrison multiple touch points, to do multiple rallies, and that we spread the rewards evenly across those players as well. And Red, I sent you a little spreadsheet in our chat here about the different kingdoms and in this stratagems.
My guy, I'm gonna pop that up real quick. Show you guys real quickly. We are coming to time too, so I'm being respectful of your guys' time. So I appreciate you guys being a little over, if that's okay.
Fine.
Here, I'm gonna pop it up here, chat. What we were.
And some of these kingdoms got no match found. I think Captain said earlier 22 or 27 of these kingdoms got no match found. But this is in general what was pulled for power and kill points.
Yeah.
I
Pretend
mean,
it starts at 13-16.
if you look at it, our kingdom and our allied kingdom in the same camp, we're at 19 billion power. That's like the third or fourth lowest as far as power goes.
Yep.
But kill points, we're right up there with the big boys.
Holy shit!
Da, 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 da.
Oh wow!
So it'll be interesting to see if Lilith pairs us based on our power at 19 billion, or if they pair us based on our kill points at 881 billion.
I'm just saying, I changed our language in Alliance to Chinese, so we should get a good match.
Dude, based on this, I would assume that 1316 and 1188 being the same matchup, right?
That would be my assumption as well, but you never know.
Yeah. Just wait and see, right?
Because
Trust me.
1365 is out.
Yeah, they're gone. Bye-bye.
Got it.
Deads are in billions.
Yeah.
Wait, why do I have it clipped? Oh, it's fine. Okay. So I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. But chat, we have come to time. Lambeau, Mad, thank you guys so much for being here. Any last words for you both?
Appreciate you having us, bringing the spotlight to 1029. Not that we ever want to be in the spotlight, but with yourself and Forza and Apo here, it's kind of inevitable.
And you.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Me and my 3.8 thousand 3,000 subscribers. Yeah.
Hey, it's all about quality, baby.
My final message, if you want to come to 1029, make sure you got some hairy toenails. I need them.
Fucking sick bastard.
Oh my goodness.
Lotto, any last words for you, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward. Take care of my boy Redline. I'm sure you guys will. And wishing you guys all the best. And we'll keep in touch for sure.
Chat, have a great one. Again, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Plato's channel, subscribe to Lambeau's channel, and then message Mad Mania for feet pics.
Subscribe
Much
to my
love.
feet finder.
Thanks, chat.
And the Mad Mania Sucks t-shirts are in my merch shop.
Yep. Make sure to check out Lambeau's channel. There's a plenty of them out there. All sizes, true to size. Have a good day, chat. Much love. Peace.